everyone and welcome back to News with Khushi and I am Khushi Singh. Police detained Priyanka Gandhi Vadra and other Congress leaders dragging them into buses from outside the party headquarters in Delhi today as they were protesting against unemployment and price rise. Dressed in black like others party leader as a mark of protest. She had climbed over barricades to reach the spot where she held a brief sit-in before being taken away by cops. Police had denied permission for the protest citing law and orders. Her brother Congress MP Rahul Gandhi too was detained a little while before she was. The leaders were restricted to a hall in Kingsway camp in GTV Nagar. While going towards the party office for the protest, Priyanka Gandhi says, the government thinks it can silence us. It thinks that by showing its force, it can make us to quietly sit in buses, but we have a purpose. Before pulling Priyanka Gandhi into a bus, police were seen trying to pursue her to end the protest, but she can be seen arguing with the police women, gesturing that she has a right to protest. Police had barricaded key areas to disallow the plan. Prohibitory orders banning large gatherings in parts of Delhi ahead of the Congress march had already been announced by the administration. Citing these restrictions, police had also denied permission for the protest. Ahead of the protest, Rahul Gandhi said, "We are witnessing the death of democracy. What India has built brick by brick, starting almost a century ago, is being destroyed in front of our eyes. Anybody who stands against this idea of onset of dictatorship is viciously attacked, jailed, arrested and beaten up," he said. The BJP retorted with the jibe asking if there is democracy within the Congress, calling it a dynastic party before starting the protest. Congress MPs led by party chief Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi wore black clothes to parliament. Proceedings were adjourned as Congress members created an uproar over the elite misuse of probe agencies and the government ignoring people's issue. A statement from the party said its Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha members would hold a Chalo Rashtrapati Bhavan march from parliament. Next, we are coming up with the fierce battle is brewing in India while Russia has undercut the price of oil from its OPEC plus ally Saudi Arabia, paving the way for Moscow to expand market share in one of the biggest crude importers. Russian barrels were cheaper than Saudi crude during April through June, with the discount winding to almost $19 a barrel in May. According to Bloomberg calculation based on Indian government data, Russia surpassed the kingdom as the second biggest supplier to India. In June, ranked just behind Iraq. India and China have become wine consumers of Russian crude as most other buyers, its barrel flowing the invasion of Ukraine. The South Asian nation imports 85% of its oil needs and cheap supplies provide some economic relief as the country faced elevated inflation and a record trade gap. The nation's crude import bill swelled to $47.5 billion in the second quarter after a surge in global prices coincided with rebound in fuel demand, according to government data, that compares with $25.1 billion in the same period last year. When prices and volumes were lower, oil has tumbled recently on concern over an economic slowdown, offering some respite to consumers. Indian refiners are going to try to get their hands on the cheapest crude possible that works with the refinery and product configuration, said Vandana Hari, founder of Vanda Insights in Singapore. Russian crude fits the bill for now. The Saudis and Iraqis are now not entirely losing out because they are directly more supplied to Europe. While the discount of Russian oil to Saudi crude narrowed in June, barrels was still around $13 cheaper, averaging about $102. That compares with the premium of just rupees $13 in March. Although most of India's monthly supply would have been fixed prior to the invasion in late February, the kingdom was the second biggest supplier to India in 2021, while Russia was the ninth largest. So that's it in today's bulletin. We'll be back soon with some new stories. Till then, take care of yourself and your family, and thank you for your time.